the answer step by step. Okay, question number 1. A 2.5 liter tin of paint costs $13.5. In a sale, the cost is reduced by 14%. Work out the sale price of this tin of paint. The price here, 13.5, will be reduced by 14, so it will be 100 minus 14%. So 13.5 times 86%, and just multiply this one. The answer is 11.61. This is a sale price, $11.61. Work out the cost of buying 42.5 liters of paint at this. 42.5 liters is sold in tins of 2.5 liters each one. So you need to divide the 42.5 liters by the value of each tin, or the volume of each tin, 2.5, to know how many liters of paint. Then multiplied by the price, the new price of each liter, 11.61. Okay. The price of each tin. So the answer will be 100. This is the number of tins. When you divide this by this, this is the number of tins. Number of tins times the price of each tin, 11 point, or the sale price of each tin, 11.61, that obtained from the first step. So the final answer is 197.37. Okay. Here, Henry buys some paint in a ratio red paint to white to green to 8 to 5. Find the percentage of this paint that is white. So the white ratio now is 8, so it's 8 out of the total. This total is 15. 8 over 15 times 100% gives you 53.3 recurring percent. Henry buys a total of 22.5 liters of paint. Find the number of liters of green paint he buys. The number of liters of green paint, the green is 5 parts out of 15 times the number 22 times the number of liters you have, 22.5, gives you 7.5 liters. Okay. Maria paint a rectangular wall. The length of the wall 20.5 meters and the height of 2.4 meters, both corrected to 1 decimal place. 1 liter of paint covers an area exactly of 10 square meters. Calculate the smallest number of 2.5 liter tin of paint. She will need it to be able, all the wall, look, all the wall is painted. Show all your working. First of all, I get the area, or the maximum area of the wall, to be sure that the paint will cover all the area. So the maximum area of the product is upper bound times upper bound of the dimensions. You have 20.55 times 2.45. This is the maximum area can be painted from after getting the maximum area, or the upper bound of area, 50.3475 meters square. But here it's mentioned that 1 liter of paint to cover exactly 10 square meters. So I need to divide this area 50.347 by 10 to get a 5 point something, 5.0347 and so on. So this number is what? When you divide the area by the 10, this is 1 liter of paint covers an area. This is the number of liters of paint. Yes, the number of liters is 5, but the tins, you know, it's a volume. In the first of the question, the 10 is a volume 2.5 liters. The first one here. So you need to buy, if you divide this 5.0347 by the volume of each tin to know the number of tins, number of tins of wall, you have a 2 point something, 2 point some decimal, something like that. I don't know, 0, 1, any decimal. So you need 3/10 to be sure that you're able to paint all the wall. Okay, this is answer. 3/10 are needed minimum to paint all the wall. Okay. Question number 2 is just a function. I want to graph it and ask you some question about it. You have 0, the 0 is 1. Okay. Function of the only substitute by calculator. 0 is 1 and the f of 2 is -half, 0.5. You will go and plot these points on the Cartesian plane here. The answer will be like this here. This is the answer of this one. Okay. These are the points, just I use it. These are the points I use to, these are the points given in the table. Okay. These points, just to draw by freehand a smooth curve like this. And ask you some question on this part. For example, by drawing a suitable straight line, solve the equation test. Look, the original equation, it was this curve, y equals 2 times 0.5 to the x, I think -1. Let me check. Yeah, -1. From -1 to 2, it's drawn. Okay, -1. If you want to know the line or the equation of the line that can be obtained to solve this equation, just keep this one. Keep this, the main part is the subject, please, of this equation. Just write 2 times 0.5 to the x, and move the other two terms on the other side, -2x plus 3.5. And after that, try to subtract 1 from each side to get the form of the function drawn. 2 times 0.5 to the power of x minus 1 is equal to now -2x plus 2.5. Now this is a function drawn in the graph, and this is the other line you have to draw. So you will take this line, y equals, let me write it now, this line, y equals -2x plus 2.5. I have already 1.2.5. This is y-intercept. This point, as you see here, this point is 2.5. And you can find only just f of 1, for example. F of 1, another point to draw. So -2 times 1 plus 2.5 gives you half. So the 1.5 is a point, one of the points lies on this line. So just go to 1.5 and draw the line. This is a point. And by using a ruler, you draw just a line like this, okay? So the line intersects with the curve at some point here. This point is the solution. This point is approximately like 1.4, something like that. You know, the intersection of two curves is a common solution of the solution of them. Just I moved this small point a little bit far away. Maybe 1.4, I think is correct. So the answer here, 1.4. Solution of this point is 1.4. Just, no, sorry, not 1.4. Yeah. Oh, 1.3, no problem. You can write 1.3. That's okay, no problem. 1.3 or 1.4. Okay. There are no solution to the equation 2 times half to the x minus 1 is equal to k, where k is an integer. Complete the following table. This exponential equation really has a asymptote line at x -1. When you have, look at this one. This is exponential equation, the main part of it, and then -1. The main exponential equation, its x-axis is a the x-axis is a horizontal asymptote. When you move it down -1, -1 now is a horizontal asymptote of this equation. This is a horizontal asymptote. So the curve tried to reach -1, but never intersect -1. Y equal, I mean the line y equal -1. So when you extend this line will be drawing this line will be just be closer and closer to this number, but never go down like this. Never go down. Just to make a closer and closer to this line. So this equation, the highest possible value of k is -1. Okay, I mean, when you draw a line -1 or here or here or here, all these lines below -1 is maybe I draw it a little bit up. Must be here. I'm sorry. Okay. And the equation of the asymptote line is y equal -1. This is this line that I draw here in dotted line is called the asymptote line or horizontal asymptote of the function. Okay. This is the solution of question number 2. Question number 3, some algebra and something very easy. The first one is 7 to the power of 11. In dividing, you just subtract the power. 7 to the 15 minus 5 gives you 7 power 10. And 42. The question in all this, I want a single power of 7, the answer. So 42 plus 7 is 49. And the 49, when you factor it, you will find that 7 times 7, which is 7 squared. When you simplify this one, apply the bit math, the order of operation. You start inside first, and then make the power. 5 times 2 is 10. And the x squared times x cubed and y power 4. All this monomial raised to a power of 3. So you have 10 power 3. The x power 3 power 9. And y power 4 all power 3 is 12. So the final answer is 1000. 10 power 3 x to the 9 and y power 12. This is answer. Look at this good question here, part C. P is 2 power 5 times 3 cubed times 7, and the q is 540. Just to take a cube, factor this number. 540 is simply 54 times 10. And the 54 is 6 times 9. The 10 is 2 times 5. Continue factoring. The 6 is 2 times 3. The 9, 3 times 3. And the 2 and 5 is still already prime numbers. No need to factor. So simply, this is a factorization of the number q. So the p is, I just write it here, up here. No need to write p again. Erase this one. Okay. I need to write q. Okay. Q now, as you see, is 2 2's here, which is 2 squared times that you have 3 3's, 3 power 3. And you have 1 5. You just make 5 a little bit far away. Find the highest common factor of the p and q. When you find the highest common factor, simply just take the common factor with the least power. So the highest common factor is equal to, you have 2 squared and 2 power 5. Just to take 2 squared. 3 power 3 is the same. Take one of them. So that's it. I don't have any more common factors. 7 and 5 not common factors. Okay, so what I want to say, just write equal and multiply. 2 squared is 4 times 27 gives you 108. This is the highest common factor. Okay. Find the lowest common multiple. The lowest common multiple, LCM here, just to take now the common factor and non-common factor with the biggest power. You take all now. So 2 power 5, 2 power 2, just to take the biggest one. 3 power 3, they are the same, take one of them. You have to take 1 7 and the other 5. And just multiply this by calculator. I think you will get 30,240. P times R is a cube number where R is an integer. Find the smallest possible value of R. Here, the P, just we copy the value of P. The P is 2 squared times, let me check again. The P is 2 power 5. No, the P is 2 power 5, 3 power 3, and 7. This is the P, okay? The P is 2 power 5 times 3 power 3 times 7. I want to multiply this number by something, another number R, just any number, any other number R, such that this all number is a cube number. The number is a cube if the power is power 3 or multiples of 3. You understand? Yeah, I mean 2 power 3 is a cube number, 6 power 6 is a cube number, 7 power 9 is a cube number, 2 power 12 is a cube number. So if the powers are multiple of 3, the number is a cube number. So 2 power 5 needs 2 to be 2 power 6. 3 power 3 already is a cube number, no need to multiply. 7 needs to be 7 squared, to be 7, when you add, multiply 7 squared by 7, you get 7 power 3. So this is the minimum number of R. This is the minimum number multiplied by B to get a cube number, which is 2 times 49 is equal to 98. Of course, in this question, no maximum number to be a cube number, because you can multiply by whatever numbers you want. Factorize the following. This is very easy. Factorization trinomial x squared. You factor the first term and last term. The x squared is xmx. 28 is simply 4 times 7, because the difference between them is the middle term, -3. So make it -7 times +4. It's very simple. Here, factorization, just you have a common factor, a plus 2b, just to take it outside, a plus 2b, common factor remaining inside 7 into a plus 2b, because it was a square. You took 1 outside, plus 4a only, okay? So the answer is a plus 2b, the first binomial, and the other one you can go inside this expression and simplify. 7a plus 7 times 2, 14b, plus 4a. Simply, you can just write a plus 2b, the first binomial, time the other binomial. 7 plus 4 is 11a plus 14b, and this is the simplest form of this factorization. In this question, you can, this all bases is multiples of 3. For example, this one is 3 power 2x minus 1 is equal to, just multiply here, 1 times this is 3 power 2y minus x. And the 9, simply make it 3 squared, and the squared also multiplied by x will be 3 power 2x. In division, just subtract the power, write 3 one time, and these powers subtract 2y minus x minus 2x can be written also 3 to the power 2y minus 3x. Now look at these two amounts here. Look, this one 3 power equal 3 power. So since 3 is equal to 3, so the power must be equal. Yes, this power 2y minus 3x is equal to 2x minus 1. I want to express a y in terms of x. Just to make y a subject. Just to make y a subject by adding 3x to each side. Okay? By adding 3x. Remove now. So 2y now is 5x minus 1. That's over 2 over 2. So y equals 5x minus 1 over 2. That's it. Very easy, very simple. Okay. If we go to the next question, this is a frequency table for the mass m kilogram of each of 40 parcels in a ware shop is recorded. The table shows information about the masses of these parcels in kilograms, from half kilogram minimum number until 12 kilograms. This is a frequency or number of parcels in each group. Complete the histogram to show the frequency. As you see here, the class width is different. The first one is half. The class width is half. This is different. This is the class width, okay? And 4 minus 2 is 2, 7 minus 4, 3, and 12 minus 7 is 5. Here, to draw a histogram, you have to find the frequency density. Frequency density, as you know, just to divide the frequency by class width. Divide the frequency by this class width, okay? 4 divided by half is 8, okay? Just to complete this table to be able to draw the histogram, we use this method, frequency density method, because the class width is different. 7 divided by 1 is 7, 15 divided by 2 is 7.5, 10 divided by 3 is about 3.3, and 4 divided by 5 is 0.8. Okay, you just take these values and try to what I want to say, try to plot it, okay, on the given table here, okay. And if you go to this table here, just copy here. These are the values. You will draw and just move it here instead of this one here. Okay. And you can now draw. I got just to show you one bar, and you know, draw the left. The first two bars are drawn for you. The other bar from 2 and 4, from 2 to 4, from 2 to 4, this is the end point, and then the highest is 7.5. Just to go to 7.5, make a point like this, 7.5. That's the number 4 is 7.5. And by using a ruler, just to draw. I'm sorry, I just use my hand now, free-handed to draw. Just use, you can use a ruler. I want to use a ruler to draw. It's a very easy and very simple. Okay, something like that. Okay. And the other one from 4 to 7, the height 3.3, 4 to 7, 3.3 like this, 3.3. This is 3, and just make it a little bit bigger. 3 and 3 like that, yani almost here, from to 7 about here, this point, and you can continue drawing up. It's very easy, and to continue by ruler draw this one. I'm sorry, just by hand. I show you how to complete the histogram. So the most important point that you have to get the frequency density in correct way by dividing the frequency by the class width. Okay, if you continue this lesson, you can continue drawing. But if I go back to the exam here, calculate an estimate of the mean of to estimate the mean, you know, the rule is the x bar is the summation of x times f over summation of f. The x is the midpoint of each class, so you will multiply 0.75 times 4 plus 1.5, the midpoint of the second class, times 7 times its frequency, plus 3 times 15, plus 5.5, the midpoint of the fourth one, times 10, plus the 9.5, the midpoint of the last group of data, times its frequency 4, and then divide all this by the total number of frequency, which is 40. I got 3.7875 as a mean or estimation of the mean. A parcel is picked at random from the 40 parcels. Find the probability that this parcel has a mass of 2 kilogram or less. If you go to the table, 2 kilogram or less, look how many. This m less than 2. These two sets less than 2. So 4 plus 7, total number is 11. 11 out of 40. 11 out of 40. This is a probability. Sorry. 2 parcels are picked at random without replacement from those with a mass greater than 2 kilogram. Without replacement mean the first one you will pick from a total number, and I show you now. First of all, you have to find the total number of mass that greater than 2. The total number of mass greater than 2, look, here is smaller than 2, it was 11. This is the left. This is the left number from 40. Here, greater than 2, these 3 sets together. The sum of the frequency is 14. Look, 15, 10, and 4. The sum is 29. So you will divide by 29 here. The first parcel will be picked from 29. The second one will be picked from 28, because this is without replacement. Yeah, I mean, you pick one and then you keep it outside, and then you pick or you draw another one. So the second draw will be from 28. Okay, from these sets, work out the probability that one of them, okay, one of them has a mass greater than, look at this word, one of them. One of them may be the first one or second one, no problem. So you need to multiply by 2 even here. Mass greater than 7. How many greater than 7 now? Look at that frequency, greater than 7. How many? That's one m. So the number is 4. Greater than 7, the number is 4. Okay, and or the other one has a mass of 4 kilogram or less. The number is 4 kilogram or less. Come back to the question. Less than 4. This one, this group. This one is 15. Okay, the number is 15. So 15 over 28. Just multiply this by calculator, write your answer here. Okay. A van delivers parcels from a different warehouse. The box and Whisker plot shows information about the masses of the parcels in the van. You know, the box and plot represented the minimum value. the maximum value بنسميه the 5-point plot, the lower quartile, the median Q2, and the upper quartile. Find the median. The median, as you see here, this point is 4.6. Okay. The interquartile range is simply Q3 minus Q1, the difference between the upper and lower quartile. The upper is 6.2 minus the lower is exactly 3, which is 3.2, sorry. And 2 parcels are removed from the van at the first delivery. The masses of them is 2.4 kilograms and 5.8 kilograms. Describe the effect that removing these parcels has on median mass of the remaining parcels. Give you reasons for your answer. Really, these 2 values regarding to the Q2, one before the Q2 here is 4.6. Look, I have 4.6, the median, the Q2, one before the median and one after the median. Really, when you remove these 2, the median will not be affected. Okay, the median, the value of the median will not be affected, I'm sorry, by removing these 2 parcels. Okay. Just to give you an example, for consider you have some like very easy like this. These are 5 numbers in order. The median, as you see here, is 3. When you remove 1 and 6, for example, 1 value before the median, 1 value after the median. Look what happened. The remaining values 2, 3, 5. The 3 is still the median. So the median is not affected when you remove the value before it and another value after the median. Question number 5. I think this is matrices or vectors. Very simple. I have 2 vectors B and A. I want to subtract the vector B 2, -5. I want to subtract the other vector A, -3 and 8. It's very simple. Just to subtract the corresponding values. 2 minus -3 is 5. -5 minus 8 is -13. Very simple. 2A, just to make A a double, make it double like -6, and double of 8 is 16. Just to add B to this vector to -5, and then write the value. -6 plus 2 is -4, and the 16 plus -5 is 11. Thank you. Very easy. The modulus of B means the magnitude of the vector. Consider that this is a vector B. I wanted the magnitude. I wanted the length. What is the length of this vector? The length of the vector B simply by applying Pythagorean theorem. Vector B, as you see here, to -5. So it's 2 squared plus -5 squared. Just write the answer here. Okay, you can round your answer to 1 decimal place by using calculator. It's really square root of 4 plus 25, which is root 29. About 5 point something. You can do it by calculator. A plus KB is a vector 13 in M, where K and M are integers to be found. So just write the formula and solve. Okay. I want to say the vector, where this one, yeah, the vector A is -3 and 8, just to follow me, very easy. You can stop the video and do it yourself if you want. Plus K into the vector, or the vector B, 2, -5, okay, is equal to 13 and M, okay? Just add these 2 vectors, -3 plus 2K, the first component of the vector, or X component, and A minus 5K, the other component, okay, is equal to 13 and M. Now we try to equate the X component with the other X and Y with the other Y. That's it. So -3 plus 2K must equal 13. So the 2K is equal to 16. So K is equal to 8. Okay. And go to the other value here. M must be sorry, 8 minus 5 into K. So 8 minus 40, which is -32. That's it. So the M is -32 and the K is equal to 8. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is the last part of this question about vectors. This is a parallelogram. This vector P, the other one also is P. You know, parallel side, this vector Q, also this all vector will be Q, but I think it's divided here into two parts. After reading the question, you have find in terms of P and Q in its simplest form. Or yeah, in terms of P and Q. The vector OB, as you see here, just I move this, I take a copy of this vector, write it up here to make two vectors in the same direction here, this one and this one, like this, in the same direction. So the vector OB simply is OC vector plus CB vector. And the OC is vector Q and CB is P. So simply Q plus P, that's it. CM, the vector CM, where is this one? Here. The vector CM, as you see, where is CM here? Yeah, this one. CM, this vector, simply is CO, like this, plus OM. Okay? When you move direct from C to M, this equivalent moving of displacement of C to O and then O to M, like that. I mean, start with the first point C, just C and go to other point, not M direct, any other point on the plane. So CO plus OM, this really is this is the definition of sum of two vectors. The CO is negative Q, simply opposite direction. Plus OM. OM now is a midpoint. The M is midpoint of the diagonal. I just calculate the diagonal OB Q plus P. So I have really half Q and half P now. Half the diagonal. So the answer is half P minus half Q. Just I add half Q plus negative Q. These two like terms. Mn, where is the Mn? Look at this one. Mn, where is the Mn here? Yeah, this one. Mn can be obtained from this shape, this quadrilateral, or this triangle. The triangle is better. But I have the vector, of course, MB, the same vector OM, okay? And this vector is half Q plus half P, okay? But I need to calculate this vector, Bn. Bn, the ratio now between An and NB 3 to 2, this is 3 to 2. So the vector Bn, look, Bn vector is 2 parts out of 5 parts of the vector Ba. Again, this is 2 parts out of 5 parts. Again, I do it again. 2 parts out of 5 parts of the vector. These 2 parts out of 5 parts of the vector Ba. The vector Ba opposite of Q, look, it's going down, so it's a negative Q. So 2/5 of negative Q, this vector. So if you want to find Mn, I just make it here in this side to see the figure. Mn is Mb plus Bn. The Mb is half Q, as I said, plus half P, plus the Bn I calculated now, negative 2/5 Q. Just to add this, you will get the answer. Equate fraction, you have half P is a lone one. And just to add half plus negative 2/5, half minus 2/5, simply the answer is 10, 5 minus 4. The answer is 1/10 Q. So half P plus 1/10 Q. This is half P plus 1/10 Q. This is the value of Mn vector. Now, you can continue solving this part. If you have any problem, just write in comments. And this is the first part of solution of this paper. Thank you so much and see you next time. Thank you.